Hi everyone and welcome to the next lesson of this mini workshop. Today we are going to talk about how to secure your VPS. This video contains basic rules and recommendations and it's more theoretical. Let's start and talk about basic rules and what to be wary of. Very often you are asking us if any antivirus software is needed for VPS. Well, what we think is that when you run software from a verified source only and you stick to the basic rules of security, it is not necessary to install any antivirus software. But if you work with some files that can possibly be from the non-verified source, it is better to install one to be sure. But of course, it always depends on you. Because we work with files and software from verified sources only, you don't use it. It's also consuming, so it can make the VPS slower and it's just not running so smoothly. So basically, the computer should be used for trading only. Also, you should update the computer regularly and not only the apps that you run on VPS, but also Windows. We should secure the VPS using a firewall. Ideally, connect to the VPS just from one IP address, but most people can't have just one static IP address, so at least change the port so the VPS wouldn't run on the default port. Default ports of applications are very often targets of internet botnets, which are looking for security holes using brute force attack and guess the password, for example. Supervision using monitoring is also a very good thing. It can warn you against a lot of possible issues. The next thing is using very strong passwords with special symbols, numbers, and capitals. Also, be aware of ransomware. Ransomware encrypts your data and hackers require money for ransom. It sounds something like, pay this money to this account, otherwise we will publish your data publicly. For example, very often it is a source of fraud, so generally be careful about it, not only in this case, but also in your emails. Don't open suspicious files from a stranger if you are not sure it is not worth the risk. And use the legal operation systems only. You should also always back up your computer because, for example, you will be attacked by the mentioned ransomware or different fraud code. You have the chance to recover your data and you don't risk losing them all. When it happens, when our VPS is attacked or you suspect something like, I don't know, some files are missing or they're adding up, for example, so what to do? Well, if there are no super important data on the VPS for you, ideally reinstall the whole VPS. Don't copy anything from there because only by doing this you can be sure that you are not going to put your computer to any danger. But if you do need some data from the VPS, let them be checked by antivirus software so you could be sure and don't risk anything. If you suspect a virus or something is happening on the VPS, it is possible to use a scan by asset or, for example, you can use Bitdefender, a software which you can get also for free. But if you are going to stick to the rules that we've just talked about, it is not going to happen and you don't have to worry about this. So be careful, be smart, try to use your computer for trading only and try to stick to these rules as much as you can because it's much better than solve any troubles with hackers later. And that's all for this theoretical lesson. Thank you for your attention. I hope everything was clear and in case of any questions, do not hesitate to contact us. So have a great day and see you soon.